Hi everyone, I'm Bladderfat. I'm going to tell you a little bit about MUME, Multi-Users in Middle-earth. It's a mud game. You can play it online. It's been free forever and it's been going for over 30 years now. There aren't too many videos out there just walking you through some of the basics, and so I thought, why not? Let's put some out there. So we are going to start off right here at mume.org, that's their webpage. Ready to explore? Play now. Here we go. So there's 3 suggested ways of playing. We're going to go through playing it with mmapper in the web. It's actually a desktop client, and the developers has managed to port it over so it'll actually run in a WebKit, I think it is, in your browser. So that's pretty convenient if you are playing at work, which a lot of people are, and you're not allowed to install things on your computer there. So I've done this before, so it's probably going to go a bit quicker than it will for you, but it will load up, and here we are. So on one side, we've got the client panel. This is actually how we play the game. Everything else is something that helps the experience, makes life easier, but the actual way of playing the game is all text-based right here. That's the client. We have a map. The map, a basic map is provided to you with not all the secrets, but there's a lot of information there, and there's a nice picture here of the area. As you go to different areas, you'll get a different picture. Right here we have the description of the room we're in, but first we need to start the game. So I'm going to say new, because this is what you're going to do. Got to create an account. Now I've already got one. You're not allowed to have 2 accounts, so I'm going to say yes. And it's like, no, you can't do it, but you go ahead, make an account while I do this. And whoop, try again. And we're going to create a character together. There we go. Alright, so in this game there's 3 forces. There's the free peoples of the West, that's your good guys. So it's the Hobbits, the Elves, the Dwarves, good humans. The minions of Sauron, so they're the people, well not the people actually, they're trolls. There are some evil humans, there's orcs. And basically those 2 forces are going to fight against each other, and there's another force, that's the Zalgur's orcs, and everyone hates them and they're just for themselves. When you're playing, there is player killing, and if you run into someone from the other side, you're actually obliged to try and kill them, or at least, well, not be friends with them. But you're not going to run into them too much, and really, it's not recommended for when you start. I don't think you even can in your first character, because the idea is actually, let's have some fun, explore the game, see whether you like it. There's no reason to make life harder for yourself than you need to. And for those races, life can be a lot harder for the people on the dark side. Alright, we've got the classic different races here. On the good side, I'm just going to pick a man. And then we have 4 sub-races, and you'll find that for each one of them. For the dwarves, the elves, I think the half-elf is just half-elf, and there are sub-races for the hobbits, and each one of them have different bonuses and malices. I'm going to go for a Dunedain, because that's Aragorn, and everyone loves Aragorn. And you can see right here that we have the description of Dunedain, and we have their extra skills, good at tracking, sensitive to evil, so they can actually sense whether something is going to be aggressive to them, and that's basically what evil means. And if you went and tried any of the other ones, Eridorian, Rohi, you can have a look at the description. We're just going to keep it like this. Continue. I'm going to choose to be in Fornost because I already know some stuff, and I know that there's a quest that makes it pretty easy to get citizenship in Bree. If you're a citizen of a town, rent is cheaper. Rent is a very important thing because, like The Hobbit, this game is there and back again. You start out in a town, you're staying at a pub or a hotel or a tavern, and you get your gear, you go out and explore, and then you come back at the end and you rent and store all your gear. You can't just stop in the middle of the game, you've got to get out and come back. So rent costs go up, the more money you have and the better equipment you have. Also in a town, towns will close their gates at night So if you are outside and you're a citizen, you can call and they'll just open it for you, otherwise you're stuck outside. And that can be a bit of a pain if someone is chasing after you trying to kill you. So I think I'm going Fornost. And that's to the north of Bree. I'm a guy. Alignment. This is how good or evil you are. There's not much point if you're a free person to be anything except benevolent. As you get up to higher levels, there are various quests and achievements you can have that actually depend upon you having a super high good alignment. So you want to start out as well as you can. You don't have to do that. You can wander around killing, women and children if you want. Be a bit of a murder hobo, and that's a valid game style, but you're going to make life hard for yourself. Everyone's going to try to attack you on sight. All of the good characters and good NPCs in the game will try and kill you. You won't be able to get into towns. It's very difficult, but it's challenging, and games aren't always supposed to be easy, are they? Not if you're playing MUME. It's not easy. It's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, but it can be challenging, which is a good thing. I'm going to say I'm a warrior, and I'm going to say I'm going to wield a sword. You can choose what you want to do. I wouldn't think too hard about this next bit, which is where everything's been leading us toward. These are your stats. So my strength is 18, intelligence 10, wisdom 10, dexterity, constitution, willpower, and perception. So it's asked me these questions, and now it's given some stats that should be pretty good for what I want to do. I want to be a warrior, and I want to be using a sword, so I've got pretty good dexterity, so I can move around well. My constitution's fairly high, so I can take a lot of hits, and my strength is high, so I can wield a heavy weapon and carry around lots of armour. There are lots of things you can try in this game. I wouldn't get too stuck up on making the perfect character the first time, because you may actually find you don't like playing that character. When I started playing, I heard that being a scout, backstabbing, you can get all the biggest monsters, and I played that for 35 levels, which was quite some time, and then I realised at the end, you know what, I don't really like it. I'm not exactly a skillful player. I like wandering around and whacking stuff, which I wish I could play more complicated than that, but whenever I try and do something tricky, I just go, I want to hit some stuff. But it's up to you. Try some things out, and you can always go back and try other stuff. I still haven't tried every sort of... I haven't even done a Hobbit yet. Okay, here are some names. It's going to suggest names. Every name has to be different in the game. If someone has thought of your name, then you can't have the name because each one is keyed. It's going to give you some pretty good names. You can always ask for more suggestions or choose your own. It should be an appropriate name for the game. Trolls get away with a little bit of stuff, so Bat Poop, that's my favourite troll name at the moment. But really, this will be good enough, and we want to get playing. So I'm Mlas, Mlas the man. There's my stats. Create the character with a number 1. And here we go. So there's Mlas. I'm ready to play, but not in this video. That's for the next one. All right, go ahead, try and make your own character, or not. It's up to you. But go and make a character, and then check out the other videos. See ya.